Yo, yo, what's poppin', man? It's your boy VEDO, and I just skipped class with the progress report. It's VEDO, baby.
The progress report.
All right, what's going on? It's your girl, Lala Shepherd. This is another edition of Skipping Class presented by the Progress Report. And man, I am super, super honored to have VEDO in the building. Okay? And first and foremost, man, I gotta apologize because I was definitely sleeping on you. I was like,
All good.
My man Justin put me on. I'm like, I heard of his name, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I put everything together. And when I was doing my research, I'm like, damn, I like this dude.
Yeah.
So,
Nah, man, it's cool. I mean, I think it's one of those things where everybody's kind of like starting to catch on, you know.
Got you.
I'm behind the scenes writing songs, for a while. And, my music is my actual original music is starting to take off. So the notoriety is becoming more prevalent now, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can put the song with a face.
Right.
So, I feel like that's a problem a lot of artists have. They can't really put the artist with the song, you know what I mean? But It's coming together though. I'm glad you caught on.
Respect. Now, I definitely did, man. Like I said, I thoroughly enjoy everything that I research. I like what you stand for, and salute to you and your team.
Thank you. So
we gonna get right into it, man. So with you, having the vocals that you have, I gotta ask your opinion on this recent Verzuz.
Oh man, it was horrible. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Honestly, it was not good to me, and I know all those guys personally, but I think the excitement and the confidence kind of took over everybody.
Got you.
And everybody was saying that Mario sounded like he sounded the best at the moment, but it just wasn't amazing. You know what I mean? Not to say the least, man. All those guys can sing. I think they just let the excitement and the emotions take over them, man. And it was kind of like, yo, you kind of killed that opportunity. Although it was very entertaining, I just wasn't feeling it. I was not feeling it.
Respect. Now, how do you get prepared for a live performance though, when you know you about to hit those notes and do certain things?
Oh man, prayer first and foremost. You pray. My prayer is pretty simple. I just say anoint my voice to hit these notes the way they're supposed to be hit.
Damn right.
I remember these lyrics, touch every soul in this crowd, and whatever happens, happens as I leave. You know what I mean? But that's pretty much it. I might hit me a little throat coat, which is a T. And then after that, before I go right on stage, I might give me a little Don Julio.
Okay.
Just to shake the butterflies. But other than that, man, once I'm into it, like 15 seconds in, 30 seconds in, it's a little nerve-wracking. But once you pass that mark, it's like riding a bike.
Respect. How rare or how often do you forget your lyrics, if ever?
All the time.
Got you.
Yeah, all the time. And I mean, it just comes with me writing songs every day, all day, man. Like I write so many songs. It might be a song. I might have a show tomorrow, but I just did a song tonight. That song is in my head. I'm not even thinking about the songs I have to actually perform.
Sure.
And I found that to be an actual a common thing, thing that happens with songwriters and artists. So I don't feel too bad. But being a professional, I mean, jump back in that thing. I might miss a lyric. I might freestyle something and jump back into it.
Right. Got you. Okay. Big respect. Now, at what point did you get into music yourself?
Oh man, it's taking me back. So I was like 12 when I wrote and recorded my first song at 12 years old. Yeah, recorded myself, by the way. And I've been singing since I was like 10 though.
We want you to come skip class with us and share your story on our new segment called Skipping Class.
Look, we want to talk to all the artists, indie or mainstream, or if you're an entrepreneur, come build your brand with us and tell your story to the world.
You'll also get the shot in our locker, and you'll get promo clips for all your fans. So DM us today or visit our website, tprmediagroup.com. Get locked in with us.
Growing up in church, I mean, that's the thing that was the thing to do, especially being a black kid in the hood. Like church, that was kind of like going to school. That had to happen. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's kind of really how I got my start in, fast forward, man. just really developing myself as an artist. Just like I would literally watch the Temptations movie, which is my favorite movie of all time. I would watch different artists perform and just see how they move. I would watch different artists do interviews and things like that. And I just kind of took a little bit from everything. And that was kind of my own self-development as an artist. And it spilled over to today.
Respect. So just a real student of the game, pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely. Still is a student of the game.
Definitely. Now, at 12 years old, how did you know to record yourself?
Well, I actually got to give some of the credit to my my childhood friend. We call him Little Sleepy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a really, really great guy, man. He actually had knowledge of, and anybody that's familiar with recording software, I used to record on Cool Edit Pro 2.0. I had the whole little thing. I had a few plugins. They was horrible, but we made it happen. You know what I'm saying? And he showed me the basics of it. This was at 12 years old. Showed me the basics of it, and I just like, I kept going until I actually figured it out. You know, and any questions I did have, he would, help me out in this and the third. But yeah, I got to give some credit to him. I just learned the program and I just started recording myself.
Okay, respect. Now I want you to talk about doing covers.
Yeah.
And I peeped in some of the comments. A lot of your fans want you to release a project with you just doing covers.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's something that can happen. I think with the freedom that I have with my situation now is being independent. Only people I really got to talk to about anything is, my manager, a few other people that's on my team. But at the end of the day, man, like they trust me and they rock with what I rock with. So that's not far. That's not even a problem. I mean, I think that's definitely something that I'll get into in the near future. But with that being said, I need y'all to fall in love with this original music like y'all do them covers, which y'all are. Y'all coming around. I appreciate it. But that's definitely in the back of my mind.
Respect. Now I want you to talk about coming up in the Midwest. I'm from Ohio,
Okay.
so
Word. Okay.
big respect. You from Michigan?
Yeah, I'm from Benton Harbor, Michigan. Small town, man. Rough town for sure. I feel like Benton Harbor really molded me and shaped me into the man I am today. Honestly, man, just growing up in Benton Harbor, if you made it up out of there, dog. You special, And I gotta give credit to my father. I gotta give credit to my moms, my older brother, my older siblings, and things like that. That kind of kept me from spiraling down, even as a young man. Because I used to run with people that was like 4 or 5 years older than me, 6 years older than me. So these were like my big homies, my big bros, and things like that. And whatever they did, me being young and just I say naive or whatever, I'm following behind doing everything. I don't care what it is. They toting pistols, I'm trying to find me something to tote, you know what I mean?
Right.
But, like I said, big shout out to God for sure, and my dad for coming to get me in the nick of time. Like, I was this close from being actually into some big trouble, but my dad said, nah. My mom and my dad had a deal. He said, hey, we ain't got to be together, but promise me this. Whenever he becomes to be too much for you to handle, this is him talking to my mom. Just call me. Just call me and I'll come get him. And it was at the time, he was like, I can't do nothing with him. Come get him. And my dad drove down there, 2 days later? He said, get in the car. I ain't take no clothes. I ain't take no shoes. No. I had just bought a whole bunch of new ones, black low top ones, white ones. He's like, nah, you don't deserve none of that. Get in the car. And came to Atlanta and started over.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Respect.
Yeah, it was
kudos to your parents.
Yeah, he was just like, and I think that's something that's missing a lot, man. You can't be bitter if the parents don't want to be together. Y'all can't be bitter at each other because it directly affects the child.
Facts.
And it was like a great thing to even hear that was the deal that they made all those years ago. Like whenever he becomes too much to handle, I'm one phone call away. And I was like, dang, he really meant it too. Pulled up, pop. I'd got to fight with my dad and everything, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll talk about the culture differences that you noticed, obviously coming from, cold Michigan to hot Atlanta. I
mean, the biggest thing, man, for me was understanding what the hell they were saying.
Facts.
That's first and foremost.
Yeah.
And it's the pollen, man. That pollen.
Yo.
When I moved down here, I got really, really bad allergies.
Same.
So that pollen would take me out the game. I'm talking about
Same.
Stuffy nose, eyes itching, everything. But I think those were the two biggest things for me. I think I was fair. It was fair. I was able to catch on to the swag and how everybody dressed fairly quickly, but it was the knowing what did you just say? Yo, can you slow it down, my boy? But now if you listen, I'm like, I got a little bit of that same little lingo because I've been here 15, 16 years. But man, moving down south, man, it was different because they was wearing clothes I ain't never seen up in Michigan. Up in Michigan, you had a few pair of Jordans, you got you some Timberlands, you got some white ones and some black ones. They come down here, they got everything. I ain't never heard of no Averex till I came down here.
Facts.
You know what I mean? But it was dope, man. I think it was dope. I had a homie who kind of, put me up on game about how, what to wear and what not to wear, because they will join you about the school, my boy.
Yes, they will.
They will go and get you on up out of there. But yeah, I mean, it was a good transition. I think it was dope.
Okay.
It was great for me to actually get to know people. Like all my good friends, we fought first.
Got
All of
you.
us, yeah. We all got into fights with each other first, and then we became friends. I guess that was just our introduction. That's how it was back home. So I just brought that same energy, and they was on the same energy as well. So it was like bet, but it came out to be good though. Yeah.
Respect. Side note, man, I feel like this year pollen has been the worst because usually allergies be like April 1 month. It's prolonging, like
Yeah, everything is prolonged. I mean, it's gonna be a hot summer.
it is.
It's gonna be a very hot summer.
Yeah.
And I feel like that might be worse than the pollen. Like I want to tell all my homies, don't invite me to no pool parties. Cause I'm not gonna be there on time. I'm being there when the sun go down.
I
You
feel
understand what I'm
that.
saying? It's too hot to be going to these pool parties, man.
I feel that. You know, people ain't getting in the water.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
That's crazy.
Nah, we ain't doing that. That's nasty.
Right?
That's nasty.
That's crazy. So, at what point do you feel like you got your big break?
Oh man, yeah. When you got it, took off my song, you got it. I mean, of course, I got the placements that came before you got it. That were pretty big. It's still pretty big to me, but in my opinion, your big break is when the world begins to know you.
Facts.
And know who you are, right? And not just, that writer VEDO? Ooh, no, VEDO, the artist. Yes, you heard his song? That's my song. I love it. It inspired me. That's when I feel like you get your big break. When people fall in love with you and buy into you as an artist and as a whole, versus just saying, hey, well, yeah, you're a dope writer, you this, you that. It just feels so much. It feels so much better when you write a song that blows up and becomes double platinum or triple platinum on yourself. Versus, writing for somebody that's already, a superstar.
Facts.
I'm grateful for all of it, though.
Nah, big respect. Now, I definitely was going to mention that as well because the song did go platinum.
Yeah, absolutely.
Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
that.
Thank you.
That's huge. Now, talk about, that record. That was a dope vibe. And, you made a song about uplifting women.
Yeah. I think... honestly, I was pleasantly surprised, man, at how well it did. And not because I didn't like the song. I just wrote the song with genuine intentions. It was like, I ain't never heard nobody write a song that's going, bigging up the woman, trying to make her feel better. Almost kind of like a male's perspective of a woman empowerment song. Like,
Right.
It's like I hadn't heard any R&B artists do that. And I felt like it was needed. It was like, you got everybody telling your homies, get out the hood and, you know what I'm saying, get the bag, get the Lambo, get this. No, how about you tell the woman, you need to get your credit right, baby.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about it, I ain't trying to take care of you,
That's
and I always say, man, it's so much more attractive when you got your own going on, man. It's like, it's cool, I don't care. You ain't gotta be the coldest, you ain't gotta be the finest, the best BBL, but if you on your grind and you really doing it for yourself, that's sexy. I don't care. I mean, that's just me though.
No, that's facts. And speaking of uplifting women, what's your thoughts on everything going on right now with, certain places making abortion illegal and just, really
man. Yeah.
forcing women's bodies to making decisions for women, pretty much?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's absolutely horrible. I think it's a really sad case of them trying to play God. And I stand by all my women. All the women, that every woman that I know that you're directly affected by this decision. But I mean, hey, listen, we stand together. Hopefully, we can do something to, get that reversed, because I feel like it's, like I said, it's your body. Whatever you decide to do with it, they ain't ban liquor. They ain't ban, cigarettes.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna ban something like that, ban all that too. Because we consume that every day, all day, and it's killing us. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, man, these people are they just think backwards, man. And I feel like it's just a way for them to feel like they're still in control by trying to control a certain group of people, which just happen to be not just black women, not just Caucasian women, not Asian. Like, it affects everybody. And I think this is a perfect chance for all women and everybody to come together and stand against it, because it's not a racial thing. It's literally them trying to play God and can keep you and control you to a certain extent. And I think it's wrong. So like I said, I stand with them 100%.
Facts. Agreed. Yeah, no, I appreciate you saying that. No, and you know, standing up for the women because I think that is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Now I want to get back into music.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you a couple of things about some sessions with a couple of people, so you can just let me know what the vibe was like, what was the chemistry like.
For sure.
Now one of my favorite female artists, Ari Lennox.
Yeah.
Man, y'all got a banger together called Juicy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
First of all, are we gonna get a video for that?
Well, I mean, hopefully, you know, we can get around to it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not can make no promises, but it's definitely being talked about. Super genuine soul though. She's such a sweetheart. It's like you know how you find you meet somebody who, if you saw somebody being mean to them, like it's like yo, I'm ready to fight you for being mean to her. That's how sweet and genuine she is. You just get positive vibes. What's crazy is I actually wrote the song for her.
Really?
Yeah, I was writing the song for her, and I think we had did like maybe 2 or 3 records that day, and we didn't finish that one.
Okay.
Right, so we just did the hook, my boy. We just did the hook, and we kind of just was like, oh, it's a dope vibe. Well, let's maybe come back to it. And I remember leaving the studio that day, and Jay White, who's the producer.
Shout out to Jay White.
Yeah, Jay White. He was like, yo, he said, yo, man, I think you need to keep this record. And I was like, all right. Well, I mean, what does Ari think about it? He said, don't worry about that. I'll talk to her. You know what I'm saying? And she had a verse on there. I had to redo my verses. My verse was just like mumbles and all this, that, and the third. I was just freestyling melodies and whatnot.
Gotcha.
But we had Ari Lennox's verse already written, and so she had did it. And man, just by her being so real and so humble, she was like, yeah, I love VEDO, I love his music. Let's keep the verse on there. I was like, this is dope.
That's hard.
That was dope. But it's all about being in the right place at the right time.
Facts.
Showing up and delivering. I was just telling somebody like that, man, every opportunity that you're giving, being prepared is a direct reflection of, will this be successful? Are you prepared for it? If you ain't prepared for it, it's probably not gonna work.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Yeah.
Now, a question within that. How difficult or easy is it for you to, relinquish songs that you might be like, damn, this song fire, but I wrote it for this person, or being selfish, not selfish, but
no, I got you.
Musically selfish and like, shit, let me just keep this for myself.
Well, I mean, it's easier now.
Okay.
Because it's like I don't give away songs that I love
Gotcha.
anymore. It's another on the other hand, it's like, damn, I wrote this song. I'm the type of artist, I'm gonna keep calling the artist like, yo, what you doing with that song? You gonna use that song? You gonna use that song? I promise you, I'll blow you up. But that's my way of saying, like, listen, I accidentally wrote you a great song. Can I get it back?
Okay.
So it's like, but no, I mean, it's easier now, because like I said, I don't give away the songs that I love.
Gotcha.
And the ones that I do give away, I love them, but I'm not attached to them. If it's a song that I write about my fiance or my daughter, or, of course, those aren't going nowhere. You know what I mean? Things like that.
Of course. And we're going to get into all that good stuff, too.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, did you and Lloyd, did y'all work together in person?
Nah, we didn't actually. We
Okay.
did it was through a mutual friend that actually connected us.
Gotcha.
And we kind of was just texting back and forth, man, just on some like, yo, what's poppin', big fan, woo. And I was like, listen, man, I've been trying to get you on this record forever.
Hell yeah.
And he's like, yo, send it to me. Loved it, sent the verse back. I mean, but once again, I minimized the work that had to be done. The song was done. You just had to go off the concept that was already there.
Respect.
Yeah, and versus, a lot of people like to go off of, we got to get in to catch a vibe. To be honest with you, it's COVID, first of all. Number 2, I don't think that's a necessity nowadays.
I agree.
I don't think that's a necessity nowadays. And some of the greatest records that has come out within the past, maybe I say 5 to 7 years, most of them probably have been done in separate rooms at separate times on separate days. So I feel like if the creativity is there and the vision is clear, you can end up having a song like Freaky Friday. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like, yo, it's a dope record, a dope concept. You don't have to be in the same room to make a hit.
Respect. Now, I did see you and Babyface link.
Yeah, that was dope. Yeah,
did y'all work together?
Actually, we did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
Talk about that.
dope. Man, big shout out to the homie Keys. He invited me to a camp that he was doing for. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me wrong. It was Babyface. It was a Babyface and Keys camp, but I believe it was for an album. Was it Diddy's album?
Oh wow.
I think it was Diddy's album. I think it was the Love album.
Wow.
But yeah, went in there, man. Everybody, you know, it's funny because everybody's so super talented, and everybody was doing records like that was kind of like, you know, like yo, jump, you know, basically like a radio records, up tempo.
Right.
And I was the only one that did actual R&B records at the camp.
Got you.
So Babyface automatically took a liking to like, yo, this is dope. This is R&B, and we literally sat in there and did a whole song together. You know, he hopped around the different rooms and gave his input, but he was like, yeah, this is the best song out of the camp, and this is R&B. And Diddy's doing an R&B album, you know what I mean? Which was dope, which I thought was really dope for us to really collab on something like that. I don't know what we're doing with the record yet, but
Got you.
I got to work with Babyface, and I mean, just to work with him, just the slightest input is like makes the biggest difference. It's like, yo, say ooh instead of, you know, like, I'm like, you know what? I don't know if it's just because he's Babyface, but that was kind of dope. That ooh, kind of dope. Like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? It could be just because he's Babyface, but that was fun. It was very fun, man.
That's dope, man.
sure.
Shit, I'm excited for you,
Nah,
like,
it was
because I know
fun,
as an artist, that's fire.
Yeah, man. Not every day you get to like be in the studio writing a song with Babyface.
Babyface?
Like, that's not every day. That doesn't happen.
That's crazy. Now, why don't you talk about your latest song with OG Parker? That's the homie.
Yeah. Oh man, that record came out. Actually, shout out to my homie upstairs. Cause me and him wrote the record together.
Okay.
And that was one of the first records that we did on this EP. Cause we were actually doing a whole EP. Me and OG Parker together. And we got in the studio first day. Like we did that record in like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I went to freestyle in the verses and the hooks. He went to freestyle and some melodies and things like that. And we literally was writing the lyrics as we were going. Like we didn't even have time to put the lyrics in our phone. We just was coming up top of our head with the lyrics. And that's how it came about. I mean, OG Parker came in there, finished the beat up, and was like, yo, this might be the single. You know what I'm saying? Like we literally chose the single the first day of that camp.
Respect, man. So are you working on a new body of work, or what exactly are you working towards right now?
Well, right now we're trying to get this EP, everything.
Got you,
So
EP.
everything closed up on that. But in the midst of that, I'm already halfway through my actual album.
Got you.
So I'm working on the EP and the album at the same time. We just shot the video for Face Down, and looking to get another focus track, get that video going. So this is, you know, around release time for me gets really, really, really busy.
For sure.
And this is a norm for me. So it's like, all right, bet, done with this. Jump right on this, shoot this video, fly to LA, promote it, fly back in the studio. So I mean, it's a constant grind, man. And I tell people all the time, you gotta take care of yourself, take care of your body. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we was just out in LA for BET for a whole week, and that jet lag it was no joke, joke at all.
How do you take care of your body and also too mental, health?
Well, I mean, for me, the gym is definitely something I cannot go without.
Got you.
Like I can't get up in the morning, my whole day will be draggy. I definitely try to stay away from beef and all that extra stuff. I try to stick to a little bit of chicken and turkey and things like that. Try to keep my diet right, salads here and salads there. But mainly, man, I just try to get my rest. Like it's like people feel like that, going to sleep and getting your rest, you're gonna miss something. Nah. 9 times out of 10, if you don't get that sleep, you ain't gonna be prepared for what's to come. You gotta be sharp. Literally, I've been put in situations where it's like I had to jump right down, pop. But guess what though? I got my rest. I ate. I was eating good. I'm in the gym. I'm thinking clearly. I think those things are very important. And another thing that resets me a lot is spending time with my daughter.
Yes.
Spending time with her, making her laugh, and just making her feel good. That resets me by itself. And I think that's very important, man. You gotta spend time with your family and your loved ones. Because we can get caught up with this music stuff, man, and it'll next thing you know, years gone by, you done missed your daughter growth, and I'm like, nah, I'm telling my manager, like, yeah, we gotta make sure we separate and carve out some times, at least, 3-4 months at a time, for us to just kick it with our family, because we get busy, we be like, we forget, oh, it is such and such birthday. So, stuff like that. So you just gotta keep that in mind, spend that time.
No, that's beautiful. I'm glad that you said that. Personally, I struggle with that, but it's important
I do too.
Make that balance.
Yeah.
And talk about that. Talk about raising a young lady.
Oh man, it's beautiful. I mean, because I thought I was gonna be able to yell at her and say, sit down, but I can't do it. I can't do it. It's beautiful. It actually just, I'm more patient, more understanding now. I'm more in tune with my emotions and my patience. Like I said, my patience towards her. It's also kind of scary because, you know, you raising a female in a society where they just banned abortions.
Crazy.
It's kind of like, damn, how do you explain something like that to, you know, because it most likely will still be here when she gets of age, hopefully. Hopefully it not, but yeah, that's something she'll ask those questions. You know what I mean? Things like that. And not to mention a lot of all these things that's happening to these young women and things like that, man. You gotta really be careful. So every day, it's an uphill battle for me to worry about when I'm on the road. What's going on? Is the nanny looking after my daughter the right way? Is this happening? Is she eating? Is she that? Who y'all got to, you know what I mean? It's an uphill battle, but I just pray. I pray because you can't really, you have to be aware of those things, but you don't want to like always overwhelm yourself and bombard yourself with those type of thoughts because those are negative thoughts, to say the least. And what you put into the world most likely will come to fruition.
That's facts. And also too, congratulations on getting engaged to your your best friend, your fiance, man.
Yeah.
How exciting was that?
Oh, it was nerve-wracking.
I bet.
Yeah, it was nerve-wracking. It was a beautiful moment. I honestly, I'm not a really big planner, right?
Okay.
I'm the type of look, we'll go to a dinner, bop, whoop, and I just do it, and you just text everybody and say, girl, he just proposed.
Oh my God.
I mean, I think, yeah, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of guy I am.
I got
However,
you.
I don't have a woman that's like that. She's like, no, I need this to be grand. I'm like, okay, cool.
Right.
How do I do that? You know what I mean? But it was fun though, man, because it really put me in a different headspace. I had to plan this. I had to be secretive. I had to, you know, pay for this behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we had to go to because I actually we just opened up her storefront, right?
Okay, dope.
And I just felt like we needed to put both of those together because we just spent a whole bunch of money on this storefront, and this engagement gonna be a whole bunch of other money. So why don't we just put this together and save that money over there? But yeah, we did it like a dual celebration, and it was her first storefront being open and her becoming engaged to me, of course.
Beautiful.
So it was dope. It was fun.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now I wanted to ask you, you know, what would you say to artists that, you know, been putting in work for a long time and they might feel, you know, discouraged or feel like their time might not ever come? What would you say to them?
I would say the minute you're giving up, the minute you say I'm about to give up, that's the minute you're finna blow. It's always right before when things are about to turn around for you is when you feel the weakest, you feel the least amount of support. But that's the deciding factor of, look, all right, how much longer are you willing to wait, even though I haven't shown you anything of a promise that you're about to blow. So I would say that, you know, you keep going. I mean, I was there. It took me 10 years plus to get my first placement. You know, it took me 13, 14 years to get my first hit. So, and that's just one.
Yeah.
You know, it's just one. I think that, and I always say, man, just live in the moment, man. You can't listen. The process that you go through trying to get to where you want to be is such a beautiful thing.
Thanks.
Regardless of how ugly it may seem, the experience is what makes you respect the reward, right? If you go through all these times of getting told no, and getting told no, and you finally get told a yes, and now you end up at the Grammys with a Grammy Award, that didn't happen by chance. You actually worked for that. You know what I'm saying? And the experience makes you respect the reward.
Facts. Respect. And I wanted to know, what's the best direct or indirect advice that you received from Usher? We know that y'all have a long-standing relationship, so, you know.
I would say the best advice that I still use is just trust myself. I say this in many interviews. His whole thing was, he said that I can tell you don't trust yourself. I'm like, damn, for real? It's like, no, you don't. Like, you're up here singing, you're timid, you want to hit this note, but you're falling off of it because you're not aware, you're not sure if you can hit it. You know the song, we practiced it over and over and over and over. What is that not to trust? And that I literally directly applied that to everything that I do. When it comes to my music that I release, I just trust myself. It's not really about let's flip a coin. No, listen, I like the record. I trust myself with this record. Put it out. This is the music that I recorded. I'm gonna put my trust in it. And ever since I've been doing that, man, it's been going good. Just trusting in myself and not really having any doubts. You know, because doubts yeah, you doubt yourself, most likely, yeah, that's that negative energy again.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's hard. Now the name of our platform is called the Progress Report. We talk about growth, getting better.
Yeah.
You know, you very progressive, so I want to know, how have you progressed lately as a person?
Oh man, from 12 to now, or from 16 to now. Oh man, it's tremendous. I mean, I tell you like this. I definitely ain't made some of the best decisions in my life, but I feel like, you know, as I go through these things and I'm afforded another opportunity to, like, get back in my lane. I think that, you know, that's kind of like God, in my opinion, like, yo, like, give me, listen, you got something special. I'm gonna push you back over here in your lane, because you over here in this head-to-head traffic and you finna get into an accident, so I'm gonna push you back in your lane. But I feel like things like that, I found myself in some bad situations and I was able to come out on the other side. It just made me so much more thankful, made me so much more cautious of who I hang with, the places I hang. Like I said, the company I keep. I mean, like people say all the time, you are who you hang with.
Facts.
I think everything that I've been through, from losing my mom and you know, having my daughter, and you know, everything, my grandmother passing and things like that, man, listen, I wouldn't change anything for the world, because it made me become the man I am to this day. Ain't no telling what I'll probably still be doing my thing, but when losing my mom, I had to grow up. I couldn't call her and say, Mom, I'm short on this bill. Can you help me? I had to get it myself. There was no other option. You know what I'm saying? So things like that just made me better. I feel like I'm a much better person. And I still have so much more room to grow.
Nah, respect. Hell yeah. So what's coming up immediately next?
Oh man, outside of the EP, which I've been promoting that, right after that, we dropping a whole album. So it's like you finna get about, I don't know, 20-some songs. Flooded, you
Okay.
know, music videos, the tours in talks right now. I know a lot of my fans been asking about that. It just gotta make sense, y'all. I mean,
Of course.
gotta make sense. I think, you know, things are starting to line up and you know, line up and become what it's supposed to be. So yeah, we're talking about a tour probably by myself or with your favorite artist. You never even know. But definitely an album, an EP coming, a bunch of music videos, and the tour is definitely on the way.
Dope. Hell yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you skipping class.
Yeah, you know
Hope
the
this
vibes.
is the first of many.
Absolutely.
And thank you again for, you know, coming through the support.
Man, thank you
Appreciate
for
that.
having me. Much love.
Damn right.
The Progress Report.